Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you, wherever you are joining me at this moment. So welcome to 205 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. I will say that the market across the globe is in red. Let me use that language in red. I mean, because fear of the outcome of tomorrow Fed meeting has put the market in that mode. I can tell you that there is panic, whether there will be further high, but as expected that between 25 basic to 50 basic points, we expect the policy meeting that's coming tomorrow from Fed to happen. But I'll tell you that across all investment class or assets, I will tell you that most of these stocks are looking down in red just to see the outcome, knowing that this is the first Fed meeting for the year 2023. But I will tell you that the data we have seen so far, the economic macroeconomic data, they are very, very in support of little adjustment rather down. But the interest rate, the inflation rate globally, there's a kind of a slowdown, but still on the high. If you look at where they are, I think look at some of them are almost 40 years high, 41, 28, 27, 20 years high. We are looking at overnight. You can't just see a either a cut down the one side or to stop the tighten and leave it flat. But I believe that there will be little hike as far tensions here and there in the Ukraine and Russia are still going on. That also drive volatility in the oil market, which also involve energy. I believe that these are the things that investors are looking at this point, that all focus on what on the outcome of the policy meeting yesterday that will come in tomorrow. Sorry, on the 1st of February, on Wednesday. Sorry, tomorrow, and that is why that the market is a bit dull as we speak now across the globe. Yes, I can see that U.S. market as we speak now has slowed down even from tomorrow from yesterday. Missed sentiment we saw. It's now all of them, all the indices that both than Joe, S&P 500 and now that they are all in red now as we speak at this hour. Also the same thing in Europe. The Asia market also slowed down this hour also because of what the Asia market has slide into what into this red position just because of fear of Fed hiking rate again in no, especially that tomorrow is the meeting. These are the things that is shaping the market. You can see now Asia that have been in a orbit also have to slide into a down position. Even we saw that also going on to as long as all those Asia market, Japan and all those where we are seeing that there's kind of a little slow down. And this attitude now or this dimension are also outweigh the seeming or the positive recovering data that or recovery was seen in China as reviewed by the positive data that emanate from that zone. But I believe that after the meeting today, we must also see a rebound. But let's see, this is how investors always are. They want to see the outcome. But if you know that the outcome is going to be favorable, you buy into panicking as it comes as favorable, you sell. But if you know that it's going to be the other way around, you prepare to to sell before to sell before that, because when it comes, put everything in red. It's how to use your chart. But good thing is that you continue to look at the chart to see the sentiment of the people that are in the market, so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to work to know where to navigate your position to. But I believe that traders and investors are all their eyes are on this meeting that is coming. But the thing is spreading. Let me tell you that US is like a pace setter for what when it comes to policy and everything. All eyes are on the MPC meeting there, on the Fed meeting, so not MPC Fed meeting that's coming tomorrow. Once the thing just come, I think at the end of the day, every climate, every domain also will adjust and see how they can work with that, because a stronger dollar will also affect commodity market, while a weaker dollar will also improve transaction and improve the economy, especially if activities is coming back to China and we are seeing a weaker dollar. That will also consider that the fear of recession also at least comment that if you look at the outlook from the IMF or the World Bank, you can see that yes, we expect that some miss trend, but you can see that the fear has reduced. If you look at that look, tells that yes, there are some regions, there are some states, there are some domain, there are some climate that will see changes, and that is how you to do as investor. That even when there's crisis, there are also some sectors and industries or companies that also do well in that particular period. You can see from what is happening, even with all the fear that 2023 what we saw how the way 2022 was kind of shaped by this geographical tension, rate hike, all of them. But this year also we're already in that move again. You can see, but I see that the outcome from them is also a better one to guide you. Yes, if you, like I said, in Africa, Asia market, Europe, US are in red. Africa also are mixed. But down here in Nigeria, we're seeing that our NGS is in green. This our help of what of Geregu also gaining almost Geregu power also gaining 10%. Not only that, we have seen that after the downgrade of the economy, that also rattle the bond market or fixed income market, so that most of the FD bonds were on a decline because of what people want to move because of the negative word of the downgrade. But I believe that this is also going to create opportunity for equity market, because in shorter time they will have time to make money in that space. I believe that that will also move from. Also, don't forget that even with the rate hike, market is still looking at, because of the earning season we are already, and numbers that have hit the market so far. I will tell you, out of this market, I will tell you, we're having about almost 75 to 70% impressive number from them. Only few number I saw yesterday that were not too impressive, that I missed some also. Yes, bad because of disappointing number, but so far the numbers that have come to the market are really, really impressive, and that gives us an insight, because these numbers are on the account that will not come with corporate action. But as we are crossing into the month of February, where we'll be expecting to see those corporate action from especially the early filers, which I know most of you there in the buy and sell signal group where we meet every day. You understand that we have seen those that we're expecting to come early. Those companies, as they start releasing results, that also change the face of the market, because when they start seeing dividend announcement with impressive number, you give inside. And also, what is happening that there are some industry or some sectors that are also going to do well in terms of what, in terms of the numbers we are seeing. On that note, I believe that that was also going to guide us as investors when we are taking our decision. That's why it's good for you to always have this at the back of your mind as a trader or investor, to know exactly what to do when you are in the market. And I said it earlier that your goal, your plans will always guide you in the market, no matter what is happening in the market. Just look at those things that attract you to this market. Once they are there, I will tell you that the stock or the position you are taking are still very, very much in order. You don't need to panic for anything at all, but rather take advantage of any correction you see, or to make money for yourself. That is the way it should be. Quick one before we go to look at what is happening in the life market. We have already have said that the market is already in green down here, because of what of Egregu and other blue chip stocks that are looking up, and also those earnings that are coming. I will tell you that they always will respond if a company do well in terms of the number, and also the liquidity in the market is also looking up. Don't forget that if we're seeing calling fund back from the system to the to the financial circle or to the bank vote, we say that has the also influencing the market from finding one whether to the market also. These are the things that are happening in this market. Even the rate hike, I see that market is not there, because that time and what and price movement and the timing is what is. That's why I said technical analysis, as we before we'll come there later. You must look at your momentum, your price action, and also timing is very, very important. That time is very, very important when we are looking at your chart and where the market is heading to. Like I said, we want to look at the earnings that are hit the market this morning or last night. Well, there are many, but we're looking at few, and that will give us insight to what we should expect from these companies at the end of the day, because I believe that these companies has already given us insight to what is happening there in the in the companies, and that will support their payout as we speak. Yes, let's I want to start with the NACO result. I will tell you this NACO result is very, very impressive, and I believe for those that are following us in Investdata, the master class, the buy and sell signal group that will meet with the question and answer. I think those in that position, if you know what I'm saying now, this stock, when we enter, the numbers are also confirming where the company is going. That will give you strength and also direction to know what is happening, in that company. With the numbers we are seeing, for me, I'm having more confidence that this also support the price to go higher, because in all ramification, we have seen a good number emanating from that company as we speak. If you look at the company, revenue or top line or turnover, when we call it, it moved from 10.23 billion to 16.7 billion for top line. In the same direction, we also see that PAT moved significantly from 771.62 million to 2.7 billion. You can see this is more than what? This is more than almost 200% up. I tell you that this is result that I would say yes, the top line and the bottom line have beat the 20%. You said that would be the average. When the company can see that it has moved above it, both top line and bottom line, for me, it's a good one. And also, if you look at the EPS, even yes, this company they factor in their what their last bonus of 145. It moved from about 1.6 billion shares to around 1 point 1.8 billion 1.8 billion share now as we speak. When that, despite that, the earnings of the company for full year is still very, very impressive. We are seeing a 1.40 naira earning per share for full year 2022. Yes, you know that it's unaudited account, but giving an insight what is up against 46 kobo in 2020. One, it tell you that this company is on the right direction. If you also look at the last fourth quarter for this company, the top line moved from 2.78 billion to 5.09 billion for that same period, and also the profit after tax moved from 46.5 million to 627. Because that is the last quarter of this year that this huge profit came. I said it's important of no matter how people are saying the aviation gas is why people are not trying, because they are not into the operation, they are into the logistic arm of this business. That's why logistic arm of all these airline, they make money. Why cost of operation will affecting the airline and other stuff. You can see that from this number that NACO is turning somewhere, and that is why I do that take position in NACO. I will still advise that no you should position, because I can see potential in this company. Then, if you look at the company cash flow for the period, I will tell you this is a healthy cash flow. Cash flow improved to 1.97 billion from 1.74 billion. You can see that it shows that they are what. When I tell you that when you see a company earnings looking up and cash flow is looking up, it's a good time for you to also know that the company is in order. That is how to go, because I believe that investors should look at this into that you are entering for investments against the future, because past performance is not guarantee of the future. But if you are seeing that company cash flow is expanding, tell that it can sustain their future numbers. That is why you need to look at them. The next one we're looking at, I want to look at the Chi PLC, which is the Consolidated Hallmark Insurance. I will tell you that the insurance company numbers that have hit the market so far, I would say, yeah, these numbers are really impressive from the sector. And also, we are seeing that there are prospects that this sector has potential to do well going to the future. That will also open your eyes to know what to do. If you look at this company, Chi PLC, they are consistent in dividend payment. They pay interim and all. I will tell you, this another insurance company I said is coming up. We had the same characteristic with Zenith Bank. If you look at the operation and the pattern of their things, that means if you are thinking long, also it's a place also to look at. I see potential in this company. If you look at also their gross premium for the year under review, unaudited account, you see it moved from 10.5 billion to 12.8 billion. You can see that this company is expanding. This expansion is what gives every investor that if a company top line is growing, means that their business is also expanding in that direction. PAT also moved from 760.64 million to 1.02 billion. Again, this for me is a good one for this company. You can see that also this also translates to 9 kobo earning per share for this company. This 9 kobo, let's say approximately 10 kobo. You can see that the price is selling. That total is grossly undervalued. If you look at this stock for a whole year, guys, you can see for me the stock's also grossly under price. That means you can also take position in this kind of stock if you're a long-term. But I believe that there is potential that insurance company will also do well. That means we'll start looking the way of this insurance company. If you also look at the companies, the last quarter for for the year, that means for September to December, the gross premium moved from 2.14 billion to 3.1 billion. You can see the margin there is also very, very fantastic. Moved from 200 and the PAT moved from 256.2 million to 355.8 million. You can see that this company have been concerned with this 200 adjustment in their rate as a result of reform and also consolidation in the industry. I believe that this company has all it takes. Also, if you look at their profit margin for this company, also fine. We're looking up, but I believe that a higher profit margin will come as more number also improving. And the operating cash flow for this one remain positive as it stood at 1.88 billion against a negative of 60.78 million. You can see that their cash flow has improved to 1.88 billion from a negative position of 60. For me, it's a good one for Consolidated Hallmark Insurance. The next one we're looking at is Jaiz Bank. Jaiz Bank is a bank that they are into no interest-free operation, but their business model has also has also tell on their price and also the numbers, because it has improved all this while. Look at since they came to the market listed, you can see that consistently they pay dividend, yes, and also their earnings and price are also continue to look up gradually. That touched above 1 naira before coming down below. I tell you that stock has potential because of the sector where it's operating, and I believe that as their numbers are improving, it will reflect on their price very soon. The number also of their gross earnings for the period under review ended December 31st, 2022, moved from 17.2 billion to 22.6 billion. Again, this you can see this more than 28% up, followed by a PAT position that moved from 4.3 billion to 6.1 billion. This is a good number for the stock. That is about almost 40% up from the people it posted last year. And in that direction, this translated to 18 kobo earning per share against 14 posted in 2021. You can see that this stock is almost having about 20 kobo earning per share. You can see that the stock is around 2 naira. That means at this point it's saying, I'll tell you that this stock is also undervalued. So these are the areas. And also look at how consistent their dividend is and also their payout. And the good thing is that I noticed there's a change in their operating cash flow as a result of what change in working capital. This working capital that change impacted what on their operating cash flow to a negative position of 1.46 billion against 14.68 billion in 2021, which is a good one because it's for the good of the company, for them as they change their operating cash flow. Another banks because these are the first bank we're looking at. All the banks that came to the market, if you look at their net income, their net interest income, there's improvement, and other incomes also within this period has also impacted their performance. The one that came from Stanbic IBTC, that came from Fidelity, and also the one that came from FCMB. These numbers, if you open your eyes as we discuss them. Now, another one we're looking at is the Stanbic IBTC. IBTC, this company are consistent in their dividend payment, both interim and full year, and they pay almost more than 70 to 80% of their earnings as dividend. Go and check it. Between 50 to 70, that is what they pay, and they've paid already 1 naira, 1 naira 50 kobo, and as we speak now, their earning per share is around 6 naira 5 kobo. It tells you what you're likely to expect. And don't forget, it's a company that the foreign investor had about almost 68%. And what these people do is to pay them good dividend. Even though they are not taking out, they can also expand. Don't forget that this company has also expanded into other businesses like insurance, and which also reflecting on their number. When I saw their Q1 this year, 2022, I know that there's a shift from what we saw in 2021 number. For me, their gross earnings will move from as a number 206.64 billion to 287.87 billion naira for Stanbic. This is a good number. In that direction, it's also PAT moved from 56.77 billion to 81.1 billion. This is a fantastic number. Earning per share moved from 4 naira 20 kobo to 6 naira 5 kobo. Good number for the bank. And also their Q4 maintained that direction from 61, the gross earnings from 61.35 billion to 80.97 billion. Good, fantastic number. These are the things we should also look at. PAT moved from 18.47 billion to 25.88 billion for the stock. While earning per share moved from 1 naira 38 kobo for the last year to 1 naira 95 kobo. You can see the consistent in this company. You can see that this is almost like if you look at the what got at the third quarter, you can see another addition to it. That's why we are hitting. For me, it's good to look at this number. It's very, very important. And if you look at their operating cash flow, yes, it turned negative for this period, which we want to look at as from this first quarter. The cash flow turned negative and dropped to a negative position before, dropped to what 72.71 billion against 330.24 billion. These are the things that will guide us when we're taking a decision. Now, these numbers are given us inside that if you expect a good dividend, because I tell you, for dividend investor, you look at what the earning per share after they are taking care of what the tax, everything. What is left for you and I to partake is from that earnings that they can share, they can declare dividend, and these are what also have a way of imparting price. The next one we're looking at, is a Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank, I'll tell you this number is fantastic. This is a good number also, and this is that Fidelity has been consistent, and also they are broken the record of trying to break into what the interim dividend to join the what the big boys, the fugas in terms of interim payment. This also another bank, I said it had to be reclassified from one look up to another. Either it will join the group of ETI and Stanbic in that group, because for now it don't belong to where it is before. It need to move. If you look at the bank gross earning, you can see that from activity we are seeing here, you can see that the price is selling. Yes, we are seeing that on gross earning, you can see that activities of this bank is also taking overshadowing that of even a Stanbic, because if a bank has a its top line move from 250.77 billion to 335.91 billion is huge. You can see that it has surpassed in terms of gross earning that of what that of a Stanbic in terms of gross earning. PAT is where Stanbic also has gone ahead, because Stanbic has a mineral business, and also they they are into pension investment and all those stuff. But for Fidelity, PAT moved from 35.58 billion to 47.16 billion. This translates to a 1 naira 63 kobo earning per share against 1 naira 23 posted the previous year. This is a good number for Fidelity. We are looking to see the audited, and on the strength of this one, they are giving us already 10 kobo. I can tell you on the strength of this number, Fidelity can give you 50 kobo, another is 40 kobo final at the end of the this as we look forward to see their result before the end of 31st March. For me, this is a number I should give you inside, and a healthy operating cash flow, very very healthy. I tell you that the cash flow of Fidelity stood at 206.32 billion against a negative position of 117 in the previous year. This is a great improvement for the bank. And also, if you look at their fourth quarter performance was a bit flat, compared to what we've seen. The growth from first quarter was a bit flat. It moved from 75.09 billion to their top line to 94 billion. Why profit after tax was 11.61 billion to 12.21, and the EPS was 40 kobo against 42. That's why I said it was a flat number. But I will tell you that the cash flow is very very healthy and strong for this bank. It's also important that most of these banks are nearly all of them have a good robust balance sheet, and we're seeing that this year is going to also favor the bank with what we're seeing now that is happening with CBN, with the financial record, everything. This cash change and all those stuff. It has the way of impacting the bank. And also don't forget that rate hike is where the bank benefit more. And as far also the oil price remain above, this bank will continue, because those oil companies want to service their debt and they are paying. I believe that this bank are very very good. And don't forget they are the most consistent in dividend payment from the first year bank to this one we're discussing. All these banks, and we can check their history, most of these banks pay dividend consistently, and that is the good news for them. Yeah, the last one we're looking at this result is the FCMB. FCMB surprised me with the number. I will tell you this number is very very fantastic for FCMB. FCMB gross earnings moved from 212.10 billion to 281.95 billion. Can look at the price of FCMB and that of Stanbic and that of what and that of Fidelity. I know that here the shareholding structure and small share in issue has also supported Stanbic. I know that share in issue in Fidelity is more than, and also share in issue in Stanbic or in FCMB also supported FCMB. If you look at FCMB number, like I said earlier, 212.01 billion to 281.95 billion in terms of their gross earning. PAT, which is profit after tax, yes, we have seen their interest income positive. We have seen other incomes. Also, this bank, even though they are able to manage their non-performing loan, only few of them has just a little increase in their non-performing loan. But I'll tell you, the number that comes so far, we are seeing able to manage it. If you look at the company, the bank's PAT moved from 20.92 billion to 32.59 billion. This translates to 1 naira 64 kobo earning per share. Why I say so, you can see that the share in issue in FCMB is small compared to that of Fidelity. You can see that they are almost having the same earning per share. What do that tell you as an investor? I believe that those that attended the live class on Saturday, these are the things we discuss. We can see why these companies are good for you as an investor to look at them now, especially as we are seeing a better number that will support their payout in terms of dividend. It's good. I will start looking at these figures now in the market. Very, very, very important. We look at them. It's very, very important. Let's keep our eyes on them in this market as we speak. Quick one. Let's look at the market before our time is fast spent. Let's look at the market. We'll stop this number today. We'll continue from other numbers by tomorrow, by God grace. But let's look at what is happening in the market as we speak, so that we can look at the chart briefly before our time is fast spent. But I believe that this earnings also is part of our discussion. But we must look at what is happening in the live market, so that we can also know exactly what to do at this hour. I told you earlier that the market is in green, and that green position also still suffer. I see that market maintain that green, market change every second and every minute. As we speak now, market is doing 53,243.60. Market is up by 85.77, 0.2% up. For me, it's a good one. We're still having a positive market bread. We're seeing 13 gainers now against the 8 losers as we speak. And if you look at the top losers now as we speak, the top losers I can see Champs and then the NCR, Unity Bank, Japan Gold, and Codv Business Solution. For Champs, I will tell you that this is purely profit taking. The stock has moved from 22 kobo to almost 27. This is a profit taking. For NCR is just market forces, and that of Unity Bank number also the release was also missed, and also tell you a company that has a negative shareholder fund for almost 5 years, nothing to offer in terms of dividend. Investors are repositioning, selling off to move toward another stock. You can see also Japan Gold is purely profit taking. The stock that moved from 27 kobo to almost 34, 36, 34, 7. Now is down, it's profit taking. Also the same thing for Codv Business Solution. But we look at the top gainers as we speak. Like I mentioned earlier, that the life of Telugu has supported the market to be in green. As we speak now, it has gained 10% flat, trading around 193.60. You can see that this stock has created wealth for investors from 100 naira that it was listed. It's almost making 100% in less than 6 months. The stock came to the market. But this is for investors to know. But I told you earlier that where the billionaires are, you need to play with them and also be very, very careful when you are playing about. They has the way of what creating wealth for you. These billionaires want to remain at the top in terms of valuation. Yet it's not that the dividend expectation or earnings. No, it's just momentum investing. Technical is also confirming, which was going to look at them before our time is. Well, let me quickly look at them. Yet the last one is the volume. Look at the volume in terms of volume. We're seeing that living assurance, universal insurance, look at it. Universal insurance is doing is at the highest in terms of volume, 48.55 million shares traded so far, followed by Access Corp. Access Corp is doing 7.6 million shares. You can see that same Unity Bank doing 7.54 million shares at 50 kobo. The Mutual Benefit doing 7.23 million shares, and we're seeing Zenith Bank also 6.46 million shares as we speak. These are in terms of volume that are the ones that are leading. But because of our time, I might not do more on this chart, but I think I will be cutting this our earnings because these are very, very important to us. That's why we need to look at what is happening in terms of earnings in the market. Is very, very important. But because of that, let me quickly look at what the market. You can see the market yourself now. Let's say that market is above the T line. Let me quickly bring that chart now, that index now, indicator now, and look at the Gary. Take that list. I want to see the strength in that momentum, so that you know what to do, whether to still hold on the stock or you should also jump out. That's why I'm looking at that stock right now. The time is not there again. We'll continue tomorrow, but let me look at this where the market is for you to know how strong the market is now. You can see where, if you are looking at the chart now, you can see the market is far on the above the T line now. You can see it from yesterday market breakout from that market ranging and the sideways movement. This confirm an uptrend. Market has come to this level now. This top now, what we call resistance, have become also a stop, a resistance, and at the same time a support level. we're heading to see, you know, how the market will also break out the 54,000 mark, but already we're seeing the market is heading there. I believe that those high cap stocks have not moved. Once they move, with the result coming to the market, all eyes on MTN, all eyes on Dangote result. When they come, and these are going to release their result in February, because they've not released their what unaudited account till now. I mean, they opting for what for 60 days to release their what audited accounts with corporate action. This will change the market. Of like I said, the last one, or the only one we're going to charge now, is the regular. Let's see how the stock is doing right now. The market, you want to see the strength behind the stock now. Yes, you can see the chart here on the regular. This is a day chart. You can see that where the stock is heading, you know, already heading to 200, and you can see that it's trading above the T line seriously. And when you look at your 15 minutes of your chart, it tells you what to do with this stock now. At this point, I'll tell you, you can see the stock is weak already. That means profit taking should also be there. If you're in that stock, nothing stop you for taking profit. You can see in the last 15 minutes, the stock is already weak. That means you can take profit. That's why you must know how to take profit when we are trading the stock. Don't be carried away with the upside. We already see sign of slowdown in that stock, so that you can know what to do. That's why I say let me look at it before we call it a day. Yeah, let's look at 1 hour chart on this stock again. On the 1 hour chart, you can see 1 hour chart. The last 1 hour, the stock has started slowing down. That means either to close at this in the final end of the day, but kind of profit taking us, giving us here up here. You can look at the chart where my cursor is. On this note, I'll say thank you for your time. See you tomorrow. You know what we have spent all our time on this class before the system will just knock me off. Say thank you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow. Bye.